Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Mahala Monday. Fantastic to have you along with us. My name is Dugald. As always, I am not alone because this is the only person who can see the future in the dark.
Is that so?
Rhoda.
Is that so, Dugald?
I'll prove it. What day is tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Tuesday.
Yes.
Today is Mahala Monday.
Here we go. How's it, Rhoda?
I'm good. Yourself, Dugald?
I don't know what to say to you. So I said that, which is weird.
Every Monday, I've kind of waited and I'm thinking, what is Dugald going to be saying this Monday? But yeah, you catch me off guard.
Because people know your abilities already. They know that you can smell color, you can hear sound, and hear sights, and all these things.
Good.
Rhoda can actually taste emotion.
Is that so?
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited today. I'm very excited today because I've got a very special guest here today.
Oh, yeah.
So firstly, we have to apologize to everybody out there that we're running a little bit late. There was reasons why.
Not our fault. Nobody's fault here. Just be very clear. Nobody's fault here. But apologize if you've been waiting for us for a little bit. But before we go further, as you accept our humble apologies coming from Sight and Sound, Rhoda. Also, we would just like to say, please subscribe in case you haven't done so. Please do that. Hit the bell so you'll be notified about all the shows that are coming your way. They're always exciting then, and of course, you've got to share this. But do apologies that we are starting a little bit later today, but for a very, very special reason, we are doing it. Very exciting show. I've got no idea who's on today.
Is that so? Guys, so you obviously know, sometime back, this one next to me was on a show.
Me?
Yes,
okay.
you. On Mince Jou Hare.
And
you know, I was extremely excited and very proud of him, and I made a very big boo-ha of it. Now.
You did?
Oh, yes.
Yes, you did.
I did. I was very proud of you. I was very excited. I missed you while you were gone, but I was happy when you came back.
I missed me too.
Yes. So tonight, people, we've got a very special guest. She was basically online with us at that time. But tonight, guys, she is in studio. Welcome, Shimmy.
Shimmy Isaacs is here with us today. Shimmy Isaacs.
With a cup of coffee, look at that.
With coffee.
With a cup of coffee, everyone.
Yes, Nana, met my cup of coffee. Yes.
Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Lekker to have you here.
Thank you.
Like to have you here.
Yeah. Yes, it's always better to have something in person nowadays. I think we're living in such disconnect in the world that any opportunity we get to just meet each other. Verstaan ze? Want ons kom nie meer uit dit, let's face it. Ons is so oud, ons kom nie meer uit dit. Ons moet nou interviews en net om te socialize.
Because this is what it's about,
isn't it? Ons nou uithang.
Hallo, julle.
So yes, it is fantastic to have you here with us today because it is absolutely brilliant. Also, it's not just Shimmy joining us today. Also, Tristan is going to join us very, very shortly. He'll be with us as well. Tristan Atkins. And the good reason we're talking, as Rhoda said into it, obviously Mince Jou Hare. This is why we have. But before, we are going to be talking about Mince Jou Hare the whole time. That's what we're going to do. Quickly.
Yes.
Let's just recap. Just quickly tell people what Shimmy been up to for the last couple of days, weeks, months.
Oh my goodness. I also just came back. I had a really successful trip to LA. I was there for 4 weeks. My sister lives there. I did a little bit of stand-up there. I tested the waters. I had a little bit of research that I did just surrounding the film industry. I think it's always important as a creator, as a writer, to travel. You know, for me as a comedian, as a storyteller, as a writer of television and film, it's so imperative that you remove yourself out of your comfort zone, and that's what I've been doing. I'm also, as you guys know, I'm part of another telenovela that I also I helped create called Skemmergrond. So that's another special show that I'm very proud to be a part of, and I'm part of the storyliners there, so I've been doing that. And then you can share the other big stuff, Diego, because I know you want me to get there.
Yeah, we are going to get there, but also it's so wonderful having you here because this is really having family here from a personal point of view. Because these are people I've known my whole life and we've spent many seconds together. Many seconds together. And here's the thing, and let me be honest with you, I've known Shimmy for, we're not talking a handful of years now, we can talk decades now, but now here's somebody The other person, I don't think I was the age of 6 or 7.
No way.
I'll check with him now. It's about 8. But joining us online as well is Tristram Atkins, who was with us here on Mahala Monday. So Tristram, how's it going? How are you?
Hello.
Look at you.
Hey, look
My
at you.
goodness.
Heel goed, kan het kijken.
Vat 'n foto, Dugald. Hy gaan dit oorleef met ons twee nie.
I don't know why I'm
Is my hare wat beter
Die is 20 jaar vriendskap het. Dis hoekom ons so lag.
See, this is what happens when you hang around with Dugald.
What Dugald? You're scaring me now.
I don't even know why I'm laughing, but it's a laughter of happiness. There you are. How's it going?
It's a knowing laughter.
That's a knowing laughter. There we go.
How are you?
Yes. No, it's fine. It's we keeping busy, staying out of trouble. So alles is okay.
That's important. That's important.
And I've got no idea why I'm laughing. But listen, there's a good... Listen, firstly, thank you so much for joining us, of course, being on tonight. It's brilliant having you in Shimmy. I was just saying, I've known... 25, 30 years I've known Shimmy. What is it? 88 to 87?
Jeez.
How long? We were about 9, 10 years old?
85.
85?
85, I think. Or
85?
84.
Yeah.
People
Sure.
are giving your age away here. But okay, you're proud of that.
But yeah, and they should, and we should be, because those relationships I find is very difficult to cultivate in today's times.
Yeah.
Just the other day, Tristram and Dugald, I think it was on Saturday, I was at a gay pride in Cape Town, and I was there supporting, met a young girl, and she found out that my friend that I was with, one of my best friends, we've been friends for 20 years.
Wow.
And when kids of today go, I wish I could have those friends, you're like, no. So I'm saying that this is definitely something we can be proud of.
Almost definitely. Wow.
This, Shimmy just shared a moment ago, as we know, she went abroad, she went to go visit, she went to go work, did like a whole research thing, and obviously while she was away and abroad, she was definitely flying the flag high.
Oh, yeah.
You always a busy person. Fill people in quickly. What have you been busy with, let's say, for the beginning of this year?
I'm always well. I've got a couple of like semi-permanent writing jobs. Like there's Fate Worcester, and then Skimmergrond that I'm working with Shimmy on as well. And then there's Diepe Waters. And then I just recently we finished a show for Netflix about 2 months back, I think. And then I'm doing some radio as well. I'm just writing for radio.
Yeah. On the top of your head, because I've asked you this question at least 70 times, how many shows have you written or been part of? Do you know? 5 seconds to answer.
Gee, what's
Can you
5
count?
seconds?
Because he doesn't know it's too many, it's hundreds. He lost track.
I should keep count because they say you need 10,000 hours before you can call yourself a whatever profession it is that you're in. I don't know how many hours I spend about. I write every single day, but more than writing, I read every single day. So one thing that people don't, I think one thing that people don't know is that in order to write, you need to read a lot. So that keeps me busy. I think about 60 to 7% of the time it takes to write an episode, you spend on reading.
Oh, wow.
No, it is. Sure. It is a weird thing, the creative process. So we all have our methodologies of, like, sometimes, I don't know, and this is going to sound weird, but it's a kind of place I can actually say this. Whenever I'm about to go to the bathroom, I have the best idea.
Oh, my word.
No, I'm not going to lie. I'm honestly telling you, I have the most creative epiphany moment.
Oh, wow.
Every day, 3-5 times a day. You know, I don't know. It's just like a weird thing, and I will dot it down, and then, you know, you kind of work on it. But now there's pressure. You need something else to do. You need to do this and all of the other, right? That's how it works. Once you come out of the bathroom with creation, it's not so strong as what it was. But we all have that thing. But I like the fact that you say it, especially for young people watching this. This is a very important fact that you got to keep reading. You got to delve into it. You mentioned the 10,000 hours. That is it. I mean, if somebody had to ask me how many hours have you spent with a mic in your hand? My goodness, I wouldn't.
Exactly.
We're talking years now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're looking at 5-6 hours, the same with Shimmy, how much and it takes a long time to perfect the craft. But what I am so proud of the two of you, which I really call my family and not friends, that you work at it high, you work at an intensity that's fantastic.
Another level. Oh.
You work so diligently, you work so meticulously, and it is wonderful to see it. It's wonderful to see people in your circle do that.
Oh,
it's not the outsiders.
It's not the
Because that makes everybody better. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But listen here, enough about the sappy story. We've now done all the footers. Let's get into the business.
Yes.
Because the two of you, as all the viewers know this and might not know this, Mince Jou Hare, of course, we did a show on this. We had some of the cast on. You were on. I think Melissa. We had Melissa on as well. We did like a whole thing. Yeah. So Mince Jou Hare was absolutely the best sitcom ever to hit the screens ever across the globe, but let alone in South Africa, of course. And based actually on a true story. I'm going to give the thing here on Shimmy's mom, her actual mom. And that was sort of the springboard of the whole story. Tristram and Shimmy wrote all of it. Fantastic show. If you haven't seen it, where have you been? We welcome back people into the society that were locked up. Now you can go watch Showmax.
So please, people, it is on FakeNet at the moment.
And
Showmax as well.
Yes.
So I watch it on Showmax. And believe me, it used to be on a Monday. I religiously ran off from the show on a Monday, from Mahala Monday, to go and watch Mince Jou Hare.
Thank you.
I was religiously watching it. Best show ever. So guys, please go and look at it.
We were
Mince
number
Jou
one
Hare.
in Namibia, just to point out. We were number one in Namibia. And if you guys go online right now to our IMDb page, we are rated at 7.9. That is one of the highest rating shows that a South African sitcom has gotten. So we're praying for a season 2.
We're just putting it out
the
there.
show can't do more, and we're gonna definitely talk about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what? That thing there hitting me on the head. That we shot that either the second or the third day, and it was, and I kept saying to myself, "How?" And I first saw the thing that they're going to hoy at me, and I was like, "This is not going to be good. This is not funny." So. Looking at that now, wow, I actually remember that was the second or the third day. Yeah. But listen here, first time, let's get into this, because I want to say this. I know you wanted to say it.
I want to ask, yes.
Because Shimmy just mentioned the show ratings and everything that is brilliant. But obviously, there's the South African Film and Television Awards, also known as the SAFTAs. You might have heard of it. In case you haven't, which is important. Now, if you get a nomination, that's fantastic. So, Mince Jou Hare got a nomination, very well done. But not just one.
Exactly.
You get 2 nominations, then you quiet me. Look, there are shows with 2 or 3. They're phenomenal. You get 5, then people, I don't know, what do they do? Do they even greet you once you get 5? It's a different vibe. But once you enter double-digit territory.
Exactly.
I mean, you drop the mic. 11 SAFTA nominations. Shimmy, what can I say?
Well done.
11.
Thank you.
Your new favorite number. Tristram, 11.
Well done.
Daar is een hele sokkerspan, hoor.
I don't think Tristram and I knew it. I called him, and at the time I phoned him, I said it was 7. Right, Tris?
Yeah.
Because he was the first person I called. I had just finished training, and my line producer called, and she's like, "Congratulations." Mind you, we're so busy that both of us were like, "What are you talking about?" And she goes, "The SAFTAs." And this is what I said, "Oh, is that still happening?" oh, wow. And then she said 7, and I called Tristram immediately. Tristram went, because he was in the middle of writing.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Huh?" I said, "Yo, bro, we made it. Woo!" And then, like, he takes a pause, and then he goes, "Shims, I'm so sorry. What are you talking about?"
Let me stop you there. So I heard the news. Somebody also, and Rhoda also, I said, "Yeah, I heard." Literally 2 hours later, I phoned him we talk, and I say to him, but it's a couple, how many is it? Oh, I don't know. And this is like 2-3 days after, because
11. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
11.
So I
Wow.
was shocked. Then I got another shock online when I saw, I think it was Anya Triss, the young actress who played Cindy.
Yeah.
She then sent me an actual DM and she said, congratulations on 11. And then I'm like, I have to go check this now.
Yeah.
So it's a really worried as op sy en ek kon jy by die tel en nou wat jy Oh Nana, maar die prys het gesê 299. So let me double check, and then Showmax released a statement, and then I was like, and I obviously called my mom, and then
what did she say?
I was going to say, what did your mom say?
the first thing we did was pray. My mom's extremely faith-based, and I think that's one of the reasons I wanted to do the story and celebrate her, because I think there's so many colored mothers that I think endure so much. And this wasn't just a show to celebrate my mother, but it was a show to celebrate every blue-collar mom, every a mother that happens to be a factory worker, no matter where you find yourself. But this was really an homage to those mothers, single mothers, mothers where they are fathers. But like I say again, I think the depiction of stories nowadays is you have to try and be a millionaire. Right, we're creating unrealistic dreams out here, and we're forgetting about the middle class. And my parents did not have a high education, but they had wisdom, and they worked extremely hard to put me in private schools. And for someone like me who's so well versed within the colored space, within the colored community, I go to a private school, but after hours I go stay with my grandmother in the flats. And then my parents pick me up, and then I go to the suburbs. So I had these three variables in my life, and I'm extremely proud, I think, of the colored identity. Whether you sound like, as they say, you come from a private school, whether you sound like you come from the flats, we're all one at the end of the day. And that's really why we wanted the show to work. For Tristram and I, it was imperative to have a depiction of a colored family that work extremely hard, a father that has worked very hard to give his family the best of the best. And there's a lot of those households that we don't see being depicted on the screen. You either have to be extremely rich or extremely poor, and there's nothing in the middle. And so for me and Triss, it was important that we depict Bredasdorp's middle class, and we depicted Worcester's middle class, because that's where we come from, and that's what we know. Triss?
The Mince Jou Hare is a lot about small town values and community. You know, I think it celebrates the culture of small town life, and how the modern pressures try and shift values, that family values like respect and kindness and looking out for your neighbor, because we still have that in our small towns, maybe to a lesser extent in the big cities, because it's everyone for themselves. But I think even now, something like that, like looking out for your neighbor, is also under threat a bit, because these days we live in more dangerous times. I mean, there's a war going on right now.
So true.
But I mean, there are wars being fought in our communities every day as well.
That is so true.
Trying to hold on to those values.
Let me ask you this, because here you get the notification, it sinks in, 11 SAFTAs. What goes through your mind? And mind you, it's not the first time you've been nominated for this. I mean, both of you, multiple awards, all of these things, nominations happen all the time. Tristram, you hear that, 11 SAFTAs, and you were like, what? Were you surprised? And it might be a bit of an unfair question, but was there a level of surprise there?
I don't know if surprise is the word. I think I was extremely excited and nervous at the same time. It's when Shimmy called me, it was bijzonder te skryf. En Shimmy bel, and it's like, wow, my goodness. And as soon as I hung up, as ek op die internet en I'm googling, okay, Mince Jou Hare, SAFTA's 2026, and I'm looking and ek sien niks nie. Because I think at that point those little the images weren't released yet.
Yeah.
So you have to sift through lots of stuff just to get it, and then you go, oh wow, there's one, there's another one, there's another one, and then as it grows, you think, oh my goodness, when is this going to stop? And it's not stopping, and then suddenly you come to the number 11, you go, oh my goodness, this is big.
It is big.
And then you think about all the work that went in it, and you go, yes, that makes total sense.
And you touching on basically the thing I wanted to bring up, but finish your sentence quickly.
Oh no, that was it.
Because this is the thing. Let me just tell you right now on set, because this is a topic that came up between cast members and I think crew quite a bit. Not comparing sets to other sets. I mean, you can't, because it's like comparing towns to different towns, but you kind of get a sense and a vibe of the environment there is. But the work ethic, the culture, the setup, the whole milieu, everything there was like, it was happening, man. There was a buzz, there was a lekker gees. And when there's a lekker gees and a good vibe, everybody brings their best, unbeknownst. They're not even trying to be their best, but their starting point is already their personal best. And then when you work with people who take what they do quite serious, and they want to put the best foot forward, you go up leaps and bounds. You go to territories and areas and regions that you weren't even thinking that you were capable of. And that vibe was there the whole time. But the weirdest thing is, I don't think it is actually a reflection of how lekker it was. But nobody, from wardrobe to the cinematography, Gavin, anybody who was involved, the director, everybody. I don't think anybody did there with awards in the back of their mind.
No.
They were just having the time of their lives. And now it shows.
So Dugald, so my question to you, because we've asked a question to Shimmy and Tristram. I called you, I mean, I was so excited when I saw you. How was it for you, having to obviously be yourself one of the cast and being Vincent?
Yes, look.
How did you feel?
I had to carry everything, man. I worked hard.
Het is show gedragen.
I carried the whole show, man.
Hey.
Do you know what I mean?
How does it feel to be part of that?
I learned the other actors' lines.
Can I say something on that? Because he's going to be modest. He's going to be modest. So, like Tristram said, the three of us have known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
And this isn't a concept that sort of just sprung up at the time. So I've been sitting with this concept for some time as a comedian, you know.
Yeah.
I've been trying to find a way to create this salon story of my mom. And we started this journey. I started this journey in 2018.
Wow.
When they opened submissions for new sitcom ideas. And so there was a vigorous process that I had to go through. And I actually had two concepts that both actually made it to the finals.
Oh, wow.
And Frida was not the one chosen initially. No, it was actually the other sitcom that I'd also created. And somehow God intervened. And I'm so grateful that God did, because my heart was always with Frida. At the time, that's what the show was called. And so when it got picked up, Tristram was with me. I picked up the phone. I said, I need you as my right hand and walk this journey with me. Obviously, we studied together, so we know each other's rhythms and we have a great relationship.
So much easier.
And he was with me since 2018. We've been with this project as Tristram actually directed our pilot at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
If you remember. And the great thing, I think, for us three about this, including Melissa, because that's how early we started. It's literally like a labor of love, even though it was an idea that I wanted to do. But to be able to write for my friends and to be able to do this with the closest people that I trust, and that has had my back no matter what. Tristram and I had to be patient because they shelved they shelved the show.
Yeah.
So, and the reason I'm sharing this is because I need people to understand that when you do something in this business, there are processes. Nothing is just going to happen like that. So sometimes your patience will get tested. We got tested as creatives. Our jokes might not be landing to other people reading it. We happen to be brown. The people reading it happen to be white. So these were the adversities that we had to face, but we were tested, and we just remained steadfast to the story.
Wow.
It was about the story. So no, none of us thought about awards because for us, the focus is the story and making sure that our audience feel good about themselves.
Oh, yeah.
That's what Tristram and I focused on, and we allowed God into this process as well because we're both faith-based. I think it would be remiss of us to say we're not faith-based. So that is extremely important for us, is to bring God into everything that we do. And we just had to show up and do what we had to do that comes naturally and allow for God to do the rest.
Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, stunning, stunning.
There's a comment or two that we just got to touch on. Wow, but the comment is now going to, after that, when you just did that, the comment's going to have a tough time now. But there's a comment there.
Some hearts. Lizzo.
How's it? Yeah, thanks for that, mate. Hope you're all right. Mark says refreshing. Having a taste of the Mince Jou Hare cast back on Mahala Monday. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody involved. On behalf of everybody, they send you love. I can tell you that. Thanks for doing that, sir. So I must tell you, I've got a funny story because you touched on it, and it is weird when you from a personal perspective, I will hate to admit this, but I will say it because I don't lie.
Yeah.
When you do this kind of thing, you want to do well for yourself. Firstly, you want to give the best possible account of yourself. And you do that. And when you openly and honestly do that, whoever's got a little bit of extra skills or different angles, different takes, more skill, more experience, whatever you want to call it, knowledge, people recognize, here's somebody who's putting your best foot forward.
Exactly.
They're willing to jump and take you by the hand and just yank you 7 steps forward. Quickly. And that was the vibe. So when you're on this project, you asked how was it? You want to do well because these are your family friends. You want to not do well for you. You need to do well for them too, because they've also instilled faith in you for doing this. So you want to do well. But likewise, you trust and have instilled faith in them. So it's a... you know what I mean? So this is fun. Funny story. So my very first acting job, and when you said Tristram directed it, it takes me back to
when we did it.
On the set of the other man one day. Tristram was directing like in the early days. Like, we're talking long time ago now. So he kept saying to me, you need to audition for this, you need to do it. And I was like, and I always had like an excuse why I couldn't do it or whatever. And then this one time he says to me, oh, you coming to Brunasdorp on this weekend? Because your mother told my mother, you got to come to Elam. I'm putting you in. You doing this thing. I said to her, I don't want to be on set the whole day. Early. He goes, no, we shoot you first.
Yeah.
This is it. There's no script. You just going.
Oh, right? My word.
So now, stage work is different, but camera is a whole different story. So we get there. So anyway, I learned the lines and all of this. He's directing or whatever. It's like all the thing. And it's a big thing. It's a big project for Tristram. So, it's like a big thing. So obviously we're doing it right. So anyway, so we do the first take or whatever. So the rehearsal. And Tristram says, I'll never forget this. He says, okay, guys, actors, can you just take it up to 80%? I go, huh? Everybody else in the cast go, yeah, all right. I go, come here. I'm like, what do you mean 80%? I'm full tilt here. There's no more to count. And the two of us laughed, but I just had to say that to him. I knew what he meant. I had to say that to him, and he just went, he laughed like that, and I knew, he knew I was comfortable because we were joking around. I knew he was comfortable. And then I asked him the most important question. I don't know if you remember. I said, bruh, just honestly, how am I doing? I'm doing okay. He goes, no. You're doing well. You're doing very, very well. I go, quite, thanks. I took one step away and he goes, psst, Dugald. Like, yeah, what? How am I doing? I was like, you're doing good. And then we were both like, okay, quiet. And then we walked
each other's back.
And the point is, do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. It was fun. It was scary also.
It's scary.
But there's an honesty. I think there's an honesty that comes with knowing people that you work with for years. Like Shimmy said, there's a rhythm that you find. There's an honesty as well. And that, like when we were writing this also, it was hard work. Maar om saam met Shimmy te werk, jy lag non-stop.
Non-stop.
Vir al die goed wat ons aan dink. This, like half of the stuff didn't even make it onto the page. But it was so much fun that it's like you don't even think about like when Shimmy calls and says, Tristan, I'd like to, you go, yes. You don't even wait for it to finish it. You just go, yes.
Yeah, sure.
So my question to the two of you, because you're both writers, I mean, many times you're always watching, you read a book.
Yes.
And then they make a movie of the book.
Yes.
And then obviously as a writer, how does it feel when they actually, obviously, you're restricted on time because you only have so much with an episode or a season that you need to do. How is it when you actually look at it after and say, oh, like you said, when they missed out on this, or there was this that you wrote that wasn't even added into it. How does it sometimes feel mixed feelings, or just having to put it all together?
I think because we were a little bit pressed with our production time, the other key thing for us was to cast the best actors that understood timing and that understood improv and that understood that they would have to play off one another. Because that's the thing with comedy. Comedy is not an isolation. Comedy is not a one-man show, especially not within a sitcom. Stand-up, different sort of medium. But when you're working within the medium of sitcom, right? Now you've got a group of people. The key thing for Tristram and I was to really define each character's personality and make each character stand alone. And then it's like a puzzle. Then you put all these different personalities together. And now the entertainment is going to happen, right? And the key thing for us was no actor could cross over into another actor's world. You had to remain on your line, right? And then you have your director, David Isaacs, who was really good at making sure that's how, that's kind of what the actors would do with these characters. Because a lot of times in comedy, if you're not strong in something, you would latch onto another actor. And it was imperative for us that each character had to remain authentic to who they were. Otherwise, the comedy wouldn't work. You had to listen to one another. Things had to be offered. Things had to be reciprocated. Because comedy is fun. It's not boxing. It's like bam, ba, bam, ba, bam. I'm gonna offer you something, and I'm gonna throw something at you and see where you take it. So we also had to trust our actors.
Exactly.
Right? And like he says, a lot of the stuff didn't necessarily made it onto the page because maybe it wasn't forwarding the story within the scene, right? A lot of the times the narrative still needs to be forward through comedy, no matter what genre you're in. So, but we had exceptional actors that worked so hard. I can't be more proud of them just showing up, hitting their marks, hitting those beats. And then we had a wonderful editor, Marika, who again, her and I just would sat through hours and hours of footage, really trying to find the right moment, cut there and bring that in. So like Tristram says, this was really hard work, but it was absolutely enjoyable. It's not easy. And because it's not easy, that's why we love it. We wouldn't do this if it was easy, But
Oh, sweet. So for me also, obviously having to look at the cast, there must have been a lot of people that came for the cast, obviously, to choose who, and obviously looking at your role on the character and saying, okay, that one is a perfect fit.
Yeah, I think, Trist, when we started, we had Dugald, we wrote from the beginning for him. We knew it was going to be Dugald.
All right.
Right. And I initially had someone else in the pilot, who is also a very, very good dear friend of ours, and her schedule just wasn't working. And then Melissa was our second choice on the list, and then she came back in. I met Melissa at the audition. We met her at the pilot, and so then there was just Tristram really loved Melissa, and he's like, there's just something really like strong and gentle about her at the same time. Definitely. And we needed Frida to have that sort of nurturing aspect because she was the mother in the street, in the community. And Tristan really saw that. And I went, I like that. And I think this is why, again, we as a team work so well together, because he will see something I might not pick up on. And you have to give one another a fair ear and then go, let's weigh this up. What if we tried this? So Tristan and I also experimented without telling anyone. We were like, we don't know, let's just see how it works. And we had to trust. Let's just see, because we didn't want to be those people that did this with comedy. You can't do that with comedy. You got to give it breathing room.
So you got to have a lot of faith and just let it go and see how it goes, because only as it runs you realize, no, you got to pivot. And then the flow of the story kind of pivots you naturally there. So,
So my big question, people, very big question before we finish off. Is there any comments? Nothing there. Season 2, please. I'm a fan of Mince Jou Hare from the word go. Tristan, I'll ask you first. Season 2, please. I don't care how or what. You know what? This show for me was I could relate to it because of the fact that growing up in a household where your hair was very important. If any party was happening, any wedding was happening, your hair had to be done. You book your appointment for your hair. If it is the auntie down the road that you needed to go do your hair at, because she had a little salon at home, this I could relate to. So please, people, season 2.
I think Tristram and I are always ready to work. This would be a question to Showmax and to CakeNet. It is no secret that the industry across the globe right now are going through some economical challenges. And I don't think that the channel or the production company would not want a second season. Tristram and I are ready. We're always ready. We're ready to adjust to whatever we need to do to move the show to where it has to be, that'll be feasible. But trust us, fans. We want to give you a season 2, but it is unfortunately out of our control. That is the one thing. Unless ek nou die lotto wen.
That's right.
Powerball.
Mahala.
As you say, rugby wat Bertie and Vincent ook kyk. It's with the TV umpire now. It's not with us.
Yes, exactly. But let's pray,
I like that.
Yeah, I know we're going to wrap up. But I also just want to say, from us, Mince Jou Hare, we also just want to congratulate every other nominee at the SAFTAs that got nominated. So congratulations to every other production that's out there. I know it seems hopeless right now, but I would just, I would ask that you guys keep praying. Let's be faithful. Let's support South African products, specifically South African products. Let's support South African television, because if you guys stop watching, then our screens will go dark.
100%.
I do believe there was a comment.
Yes, let's get in on the comments there. Season 2, please. Thank you, Carmelita. How are you? I hope you're all right. I hope you're good. Yeah, season 2, please. That would be, that would be nice.
I think, you see?
Yeah, a lot. Look,
that's also my wife.
Yeah. There we go.
It's my best friend.
I also got to tell you, like everybody I bump into, there's not a week that has goes past where somebody, walking into a shopping mall is not so thing. For my children, it's even weird now because the young one was like, Daddy, who's that? The big one, don't ask anymore. She'll, they like, no, people talk to you just randomly about it. And everybody is like, listen, so it is the neck. I'm like,
Yeah.
Let's hope.
So we're putting it
we
out
don't
there,
know.
people. We're
We
putting it
don't
in
know.
the universe.
So yeah, so but all things. Let me just say this: the show could not have done better. Do you know what I mean? If you look now at like with the SAFTAs and being part of this, just the recognition, it could not have done better. From me personally, my personal involvement in it, it was a hell of a journey, and it's one of the outstanding highlights and learning experiences and amazing moments of anything. And it was like just to be involved with it, and more significantly so, and emotionally so, because you were involved with it with people who are dear to you. So that's even, it's like us with Mahala Monday. Do you know what I mean? It's a like a vibe. So that was fantastic. That stands out. So, that is good. And hopefully there'll be more. But everybody got nominated for the show. Every department. The only exception was there was a mosquito who bit me at one stage.
He wasn't nominated.
Didn't make the cut. The vampire mosquito.
Thank you for believing in us, though. I also think we couldn't have done this without you guys and Nikkei Productions. And we want to just thank everyone that came out and helped us market the show. From Paul FM to Stan Mars, to Tracy Lang, to just people in the industry, Espresso, people who just came out for me in the publication business and said, yes, let's talk about the show. So to each and every person, you didn't have to do that, but thank you. Know that this isn't just our win. This is everyone's win. And sometimes you just need to see the bigger picture. If you've got someone in your life that has an idea and that has something, just support them and stay loyal to them. These guys stayed loyal to me for over 6 years before Mince Jou Hare saw the airwaves. And I want to cry, but damn, guys, for 6 years to go, I hope they're still with me. And Tristram just go, don't worry about it. We got to hand it over to God. It'll happen. Because there was nothing more the two of us could do. We'd written the show. And so when they shelved it, it was a financial thing. We'd just come out of COVID. So everything was up in the air. But he kept we kept faith and he just said, in God's time, in God's time. And sometimes when a story has to see the light of day, it will only be in God's time when the world is ready to hear it. So for everyone that played a part, who watched, thank you. Ons kan nie meer dankie sê nie. And all the glory to God, because we're just a vessel. All glory to God. Really, ek weet nie meer wat om te doen nie. Is ons opera vir almal huise koop. You get a house. In 20 years. Oei, net vandag gepraat.
What a way to end the show. Is there another comment, I believe?
Yeah, we'll come to Tristan now as well for like a final. Yes,
wifey.
So
Congratulations. Cute man.
She got the last word in, which is great. Tris, any final thoughts from your side?
No, except my altyd hier met 'n tissue for just in case.
Shimmy.
So, but I Victor ek is nou hoe datas.
Sweet man. Thank you, guys.
Listen, it's been so cool having you here. Tris, thanks for making time.
Thanks
for
so
visiting
much.
us again.
Thank you for inviting us.
We will
guys.
obviously have you soon. Sorry, my earpiece is just disconnected here. But we'll obviously have you back soon. This is not a never ever thing. So thanks for making the time and being here.
Yes,
I will see you
definitely.
soon. We'll be hanging soon again, and we talk then. But thanks for everything, bro. Thanks.
Dankie Tristan.
Thank you, Tristan.
Ek het gelyk tsau zito.
Oh yes, before. So now the two of you are going next week Saturday, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Next weekend.
We're going next weekend. Yes,
That's
we will
right.
be at the
And the
SAFTA.
two of you will be
Ons soek nog slaapplek.
We'll put it out there.
Putting it out there, everybody. We're looking for accommodation there.
Ons soek 'n Airbnb, 3 mense, ek, hy en Keenan Harrison.
Oh yeah, and Keenan
Ayo,
Harrison was
and
also
Keenan, and
yeah,
Keenan.
He
Keenan
played
Harrison
Diego.
will be on that side.
Yeah.
Oh, can we just punt Keenan's show?
Oh.
You
Yes.
guys need to talk to Keenan Harrison.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
The
Heart is a Muscle
Muscle?
is in cinemas 6th of
Yes.
March this
Of
weekend.
March.
Yeah, and it was also an Oscar submission. So really, if you
Yeah.
guys can talk to that
Wow.
production,
We
they're
need-
fantastic.
Yeah, we need to actually talk
Yeah.
to them as well. I saw the thing from Melissa as well that it's in the cinemas this week. Hearts and Muscle.
Oh, wow.
So fantastic. Yeah, and Keenan did well. And so Keenan is joining you on the trip as well. You also played Diego in Mince Jou Hare, so you got to check that out in case you haven't. But also go watch that movie. It is fabulous. So we're gonna put it out there. So they're like, if Airbnb come on, and I know, and you can charge them. You can charge them, but charge them very, very. Google.
Nee, is wat so die Google pryse
you can try. No, we just need like a good spot or whatever. Get it here on the comments, and they will forward it on to.
It has to be in
them.
Midrand because
It has
it's
to
at
be
the
in Midrand,
Gallagher
yeah.
Convention Center,
Yeah.
so we need to be nearby.
Yeah,
That's
it-
right.
Was it-
Live in
Yeah.
close to where this is.
Mahala.
Close to where this is, and just put it there, and then we'll get in touch, please. Okay, so accommodation for 3 people, 3 rooms technically. That's what we're asking for.
Self-catering.
So, ayo.
Listen,
Kyk nou weer,
I-
dit's 'n
I have-
kleerling.
I
Hier
have-
kom dit, hier kom dit.
I've seen- There's no catering. If you've got a fantastic restaurant, you'll go to the top of the list. But there's no self-catering. Come now. These are now
That's right,
people.
that's right.
These are now international. Nee, what's a
Yay.
self-catering here? I don't cater. Nee. Oh. Oh, yeah, all right.
Ons het genoeg geld vir die taxi. Ons gaan 'n Gatsby saambring.
Again, to be okay.
All right. So somebody
Thank
will put
you,
it up there.
guys.
Somebody will put it up there. Listen, Tristan, thanks for joining us.
Oh,
Thanks. Have a
thank
good
you,
one, man.
man.
We'll talk to you
Yo.
soon.
See you, buddy.
Thanks,
for
guys.
the time.
Thank you.
There we go, Tristan. Yeah, listen, you guys must come back
Yeah.
with.
We would love to.
With
Yeah, we'd love
as,
to
as
see
many
it, yeah.
of the horns.
Yeah.
The horns as you possibly
Does it?
can carry.
Yeah.
This time has got 2 hands, but he's got big arms. He can, he's got big.
My friend,
He's got
Yeah.
big arms. But Shimmy, listen,
Thank
this
you,
is
guys.
this is. I'm not saying full circle or anything like that, but this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, and it is. This did it.
Yeah.
The show was bigger than you ever thought. When you used to tell me
It
about
was.
this,
And like I
You
said,
never saw this.
I just needed the story to be told. That's it. With anything I do, it's about making people feel something, and it's about being a part of shaping South Africa's perception about themselves, and getting people to really like who they are and love who they are. Whether you're black, colored, it doesn't matter. And I come from a wonderful family, like my mom and my dad. They were so different. My mom is from the Western Cape, my pa's van die Noord-Kaap, and hy praat so verstaan jy.
Yeah.
And to grow up and to have a father who never once compromised on his identity for people to like him was quite powerful, and it's quite something. And I think that's what my dad instilled in me. Both my parents was moet nooit jou identiteit of jou values prys gee vir mense om van jou te hou, especially where you are in Cape Town. I've done things that my family could only dream of. I've seen places that my family has never. So I'm the first one in my family to do what I do, and to do it at this rate, and to achieve what I've achieved, and hopefully to remain as grounded as I still am. My mother reminds me of that. What did she do when I tell her? She started praying, and I went on my knees and my kind, jy weet wat ons nou moet doen is moet gaan en vir die Here dankie sê. Sy gaan op jou knieë onthou, moenie jy die eer vat nie, al die eer aan God. And I'm just that I become 15, I'm like, yeah, mommy, dankie mommy. Yeah, mommy, dankie mommy. And I think it's important that she keeps me level-headed, especially when it comes to creating. You cannot create in arrogance. Creativity cannot prosper and cannot produce where there's arrogance.
Wow. Beautiful.
True.
I think that's exactly where we end this. That's a mic drop.
Shimmy Isaacs, thank you very much for
Thank you
coming
so
along, my
much.
sister.
Julle, ek het ons is klaar. Ons
We
sit
are.
nou
We
lekker.
are. We
Dankie
are.
julle.
We are.
Dankie Nashkyk. Dankie aan Frans op behind the scenes skerm julle. No worry. Skerm.
The team on the other side.
Like they say, he has a voice for the
Voice.
show behind the scenes.
That's
Love
a
you
good
guys.
one.
Thank
But
you.
that wraps it up. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very
yes,
much to
man.
Tristan once again. Thank you very much, Shimmy, for joining us, and thank you, of course, for watching us this evening and joining us tonight. Please, if you haven't watched Mince Jou Hare, definitely do it. But as Shimmy alluded to, and Tristan as well, there are many, many, many phenomenal South African productions out there,
yeah.
and your support is much, much,
Very
much
important.
required. As you did when we asked you, please watch Mince Jou Hare, and thank you very much for that. And to all the nominees, of course, fingers crossed for the next 2 weeks for the SAFTAs. I know everybody, and this is a very true thing. Nobody, the award is, it's an award, but just being in the room, this is really testament that you have achieved the highest possible standard and height for that specific thing that you were doing. That means you are worthy. And that alone is the justification. And I can tell you with creative people, it's never enough because the next one is different. So that's how it always is. It is a nice to have. It is a nice to have. Yes, it is certainly a hell of a nice to have. Not just a nice to have, a big nice to have. But to all the productions, everybody involved with the nominations, fingers crossed, and good luck to everybody. And of course, yes, my thoughts and prayers will definitely be with everybody involved with Mince Jou Hare. But thank you very much to Shimmy again. Thank you very much to Tristan who joined us here this evening on Mahala Monday. It has been absolutely special. And we just want to thank you for watching. But before we go, don't forget, please subscribe in case you haven't done so.
And before we end off, guys, kyk net Showmax, go binge watch Mince Jou Hare. It's a must. Please go do it.
Yeah, and also, happy belated birthday to Alfonso. He just had it the other day. He's behind the scenes.
He's behind the scenes.
We got to say that. But that wraps it up from us.
So basic cook.
Yeah, he had his birthday between the show and the previous one. So it was in between. Yeah, it was in between, smack bang in between.
See you guys.
Until next time, cheers everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.